Hello, you guys. Welcome to the first team call of the new month. I am so excited. Let me just get this waiting room really quick. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so real quick before we get started, I have two amazing speakers. I have the number one global recruiter who's going to speak tonight, and then I have number two in sales. You guys have never heard from her before, and I thought it'd be a really great opportunity to see some new faces all up in here. You're going to love her. She's a personally enrolled by me, and I'm just so proud of her. And she has been so consistent over the last year, and it's definitely paying off. Let me get Corianim. All right, you guys. Real quick updates. So excited for Germany. And even if you don't have any German network, be excited. Be excited. Talk about how our team's global. Talk about the expansion. And what I recommend is to find, oh, there's our second speaker right now. What I recommend is to find people who know people. It's a lot easier than trying to go into country groups, especially a country where you don't speak the language. It's much, much easier to find people here in the United States who have connections to people in Germany. That's how I've always been taught to launch a new market. So that's what I recommend for you guys. So I'm very excited about that. But you know what? Let's not forget about where we are. This is a US and Canada call. This is a North American call. So remember where you are before you get frustrated. Like, I'm not signing any other countries. Have you talked to your neighbor? Hmm? Hmm? Have you talked to your neighbor? Have you talked to people who are actually in this country? Because that's our goal. I'm going to tell you as a team, our international market is absolutely crushing it. Okay. But I really want to strengthen our North America team. So that's my goal. You guys are the OGs of this team. You guys are the OGs. We didn't have any other countries when we launched this team 2 years ago. So you guys and most of you guys have been with us for over a decade. Like, I want to see the US and Canada win so bad. And you guys are. You're crushing it, but I think we can do better. I think we can grow even more. So really utilize this $5 sign up. It's a long one. Usually they only last about a week. This one's going to go on until the 16th. Also, remember, we have the Royal Cherry Bundle drop today. We have L-carnitine in passion fruit. I'm so excited. I just ordered mine. We have a lot of things to be excited about. We have our run to director. You're able to earn up to $500 extra in bonuses on your way to director when you unlock 15%, 18%, 22%, and then 25%. We have our 90-day run group. I'm getting so many messages from people saying, I used to just doom scroll. Now I know why my business wasn't growing. Thank you for the 90-day run group. So you guys utilize it. I'll let you know if you didn't turn in your 90-day form yet, you still have tonight, because with all of the launches, I did not get to those forms yet. I'm getting to them tonight before bed. So you still got time to sneak yours in. And I want to tell you as well, if you have things like, I have a woman who she lost her brother-in-law. She's like, please don't remove me from the group. I'm not doing much this week. I'm grieving. And I said, you think I'm the devil? I'm not going to remove you. Like, things in life happen like that. Just reach out to your upline. Let us know. Communication is the most important thing in this business. I think communication is the most important thing when you're dealing with people in general. So just communicate. Just communicate, and we want to see you win. We're not trying just to kick people out. That ain't our goal. We want you to stay in there, okay? So those are the updates I have. Very, very excited. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I just wanted to give you some quick updates. Let's do our top in sales first. I'm going to tell you who they are. We have number one global. This is not just for my frontline. This is for the entire team. Okay. Jennifer Hagenmeyer, congratulations, number one in sponsoring. She sponsored a whole boatload in February. So she's going to give you some tips on that. Let's have Jessica Strand. I'm so excited, you guys. Jessica has been with us pretty much from the very beginning, and she has been so consistent. Every time I'm on TikTok, she's live. Every single time. I try to stop in, give her some love, give her a few gifts before, but I can't stay on there because, we got to work. But she's always live. She's always consistent. She's doing all the things. So Jessica, I am going to find you really quick and ask you to unmute yourself. And she was number two. I want to say Crystal Hernandez was number one. But I really wanted you to hear from someone new. Crystal is amazing. She's our OG. She's our royalty queen of sales. But I just really am excited to hear what Jessica has been doing. So I'm going to ask you to unmute, love.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Perfect. All right. Yes, I'm going to spotlight you, and you guys get your notebooks out.
My sales are really mainly focused on in-person sales. A lot of it is coming from my work and a few other girls. And I'm focusing on the nutrition because that is what has been working for me. I just talk about it. I'm consistently talking about it. I'm constantly posting my results. And I have like a messenger group of helping people get on track with like weight loss and everything like that. But my biggest thing is in person right now. Like you don't see me post a whole lot on Facebook or Instagram about it because I'm doing more behind the scenes. And my big thing, I want to build those relationships with everybody so that they trust me. They start using the products, they start trusting the products in hopes that they do sign up and partner with us to build. But that's my big focus is just in person.
And I want you to talk a little bit about your consistency too, especially as a single mom of two toddlers. And you also have, older kids too. But
Yeah.
your consistency has been huge. And I think that's something people need to hear because it doesn't happen overnight.
No, I have been consistent. I mean, I did fall off for a little bit, but I am consistent with, my 333s and check-ins. I check in with Amber, I check in with Ruth, I check in with Cindy, um, do my daily check-ins, and we help each other and push each other. But consistency is a big key. I've been doing this for 2 years, and I still not where I want to be, but it's starting to pay off the consistency.
Yes. And you say you don't do a whole lot online, but I see you live building relationships every single night. Give yourself some props there.
I try, and I've been cutting back on it because I was getting really drained out because I do work full time on top of the kids. Um, so I did cut back on my weeknights, but I am on Mondays or on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays is when I'm trying to do the lives.
That's absolutely amazing. You're doing incredible. Your sales were incredible. I am
Thank
just so
you.
proud of you. And especially like I said, as a single mom of not just two toddlers, but two special needs toddlers, I know how that is. It is extremely hard. Extremely hard. And you're doing it. You're doing it with grace. So
Thank you.
good job. And I can't wait to see what you do this month.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, my love. All right,
You're welcome.
yes, thank you so much. Let's change the focus to what everyone is always asking about. We need more tips on recruiting, recruiting, recruiting. This is the lifeline of our business, you guys. The reason we say 5 and 3 is because if you always are bringing $500 and then the three qualified new team members every month, you always have a pipeline of business. You always have a growing business. So that's why we have that formula. And no one better to talk about this than Jennifer. Jennifer, if you could unmute yourself, she was number one globally, not just frontline. This is all of the markets. This is France. This is everywhere. Everywhere. She was number one. So I can't wait to hear your tips, girl.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Number one, Amber, for asking me to come on this evening. I don't normally get to chit chat on Mondays because the babies, guys. So bear with me if I have to cut it short, okay, on a Monday. But yes, for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Jennifer Hagenmeyer. I have been here actually 2 years this month, you guys, anniversary, actually like March, I think 15, 16, something like that. So 2 years here. oh my gosh, sponsoring is definitely the pathway to building a team. So I'm very excited to talk on that topic. It's been a topic that's actually been near and dear to my heart as I've been in the industry for now going on 13 years, guys. And I have probably sponsored over 1,000 people. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the truth in the last 12 years. And I'm not sure here specifically at Pharmacy, but I will tell you that when I started 2 years ago, part of my success story goes to you got to sponsor. You have got to make that the forefront of how you're going to build your business if that is what you want. So you guys let me know down in the comments. Are you here to be a hobbyist or are you here to go pro? Those are your two options, like seriously. And when you decide that you do want to go pro, which is you just want to build your business with intention, then you're going to realize that these formulas for success, the 503, the 333, that's going to be the tools. Okay. They're tools, you guys. But you are the brand. You are the thing that we're going to be building in your journey. Because that's what this is. Network marketing is, it's a journey. I didn't start 2 years ago. I started 12, 13 years ago, building layer by layer, and I love that we started with talking about the products, because that's actually, you guys, how I started my business 12 years ago. So although I might be top in sponsoring this month, I need to take it back to when I was 150 friends on social media in the same town with my sister, who was also a top leader at the time, same family, same network. You guys, you just have to make a choice and decision that you want to build the business first and foremost, okay? And then you're going to have a choice between leading with the business or leading with product. When I started, I wanted to lead with the product, meaning I wanted to get my sales up, you guys, because I've also been top in sales as well, okay? So I wanted to lead with sales first so that I could start my initial group, my warm market, not just the warm market of the friends and the family. I'm talking about the warm market of the people that you're adding to your network every single day. Because if you're not adding 5 friends to your network every single day, you're missing the mark. You guys let me know. Do you add 5 friends a day? Are you maxing out your Facebook? Are you following? Like, these are like old school back to basics, you guys, that we're chit chatting about in that 90-day run. Okay. You've got to be continuously adding people. Okay. And then you have the choice between, are we getting them to, are we providing a solution to a problem that leads to a sale, or are we leading them to a solution to a problem which leads them into the opportunity? Because guess what? Sales are sales. It doesn't matter, you guys, if we're talking about sponsoring or we're talking about a product. Regardless, you are going to be selling. And that's just something else I need you guys to understand, that we are in sales. Okay. So it's not recruiting, it's not products, it's you are in sales, point blank, period. You're selling a product, you're selling a solution to a problem, you're selling the opportunity. Okay. So just remember, it's all sales related. So let's just backtrack. So first I wanted to focus on the products, and I did that intentionally because I wanted to get some third party perspective. Number one, right? Like, I can love this mascara, I can love these products, but if I don't have testimonies, I kind of look like a weirdo. Okay. So I was like, let me get my best friends to try this and let me document it. Okay. If you're on my team, you already know. If there ain't no pictures, it never happened. If there's no content around it, you didn't go on that call. You didn't have that makeover. You didn't do nothing for your business. Okay. You just wasted a whole freaking day, because that's all it. Remember what Amber said? People will forget about you the next day. You guys, especially when you're in those business building days. And a business building day for me, a business building trek is 12 months. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. You've got to give this business at minimum 12 months. Okay. So that goes back to that decision. If you want to go pro, if you said go pro, then you've got to give it 12 months, not 3 months, not 6 months, not 9 months, 12 months. So in those 12 months, okay, because top in sales, top in sponsoring today, but 12, 13 years ago, I had to go through 12 months of nobody showing up, of nobody purchasing from me, of not being top of anything, you guys. I was just Jen showing up with the product that I loved. bringing people on the journey. Okay. And these still can be applied today. I actually just saw a video, and it was based on Gary Vee. Do you guys know who Gary Vee is? I know that you guys do. Drop some fire emojis if you know that this man knows what's up in 5 years. He's already chit-chatting about it. What did he say 3 years ago? That if you're not in a community by now, by next year, you're missing the mark. Look, we're already ahead. We've got a community. We're here at Pharmacy. We've got the products. We've got everything that we need. Well, now when it comes to selling, you guys, he said start documenting. Point blank, period. Stop thinking so hard about how you're going to sell and start documenting the journey. We've been calling it a journey for a long time. Hashtag Jen's journey. You guys, like, this is a journey. Bring people on the journey. So you might have been into the makeup 5 years ago, and now you're into wellness. So when I sponsor, I'm essentially allowing people to see themselves in me as I show up for the business every single day, as I grow, as I pivot, as I go through life changes, as a married mom to a single mom to 3 kids, 4 kids, 6 kids. You know, I brought them on the journey and I've sold them opportunity along the way. Okay. I've given them hope. I've sold them hope along the way. So, overcomplicating it with like all this gimmicky stuff, you guys, be consistent, show up, be real and raw and authentic, and document the process. Okay. That's your golden nugget. If you take one thing away from this call, document the process. Now, we've talked about it. Live authentically. You heard Jessie Lee say it. No, you guys, document you becoming authentic. Document you putting yourself out there like you never did before. I promise you, when they start approaching you, like, how'd she turn to a baddie? Okay. Cause I'm watching the women on this team turning into baddies overnight. They're getting their health and their wealth and their fitness, and they are looking hot as hell. Yeah, I want to join their team. I want to know what's in their cup. That's what's up. That's how you get people to purchase. That's how you get people to join, because they want what you're drinking. They don't even need to know what it is. They see you over there working out. I was over here working out, like, guys, that hasn't been about a year. Okay. I was hot. I was sweaty, but I brought them on the journey. And I said, pre-workout is kicking in. You know you want it. Oh, by the way, do you want 50% off of these products? Right? I'm always letting them know. Hashtag babe on a budget. Okay. I've been saying that for years because honestly, I'm the girl that signed up with the budget, for the discount. Okay. So I always don't forget where I came from. It doesn't matter if I'm making 500 or 5,000, guys. I remember what it's like to be penny pinching and wanting to buy products at a discount. Okay. Hiding $20 here and there. I used to, before network marketing, you guys, I'd watch kids, I'd eBay, I'd Craigslist, I'd yard sale. I'd get my $20, okay? And I'd save it up. I'd go take $20 out of my husband's wallet periodically, okay? Before network marketing, there was a way, because where there is a will, there's a way. Now, let me tell you what Maria said a couple weeks ago. We're selling products. Don't be embarrassed. That's another thing. They're not even going to teach you this. This is not even anything that I wrote down. Don't be embarrassed about your opportunity. Like, you got to start to just like embody this confidence that I know you don't have. I know you don't, because I didn't have it either. Well, I was so scripted and I was all like, and we're going to properly put this product on. And no, can we cut the slack? Because let me tell you what works well for somebody that doesn't want to act, doesn't want to perform right now. And now, see, you've been taught to perform. So you're not used to being in your authentic self, in your vulnerable self. You're not used to letting your freak flag fly, like what's her face said in Atlanta, right? Top leader, Allie, I believe it. I forget what her name is. Is it Allie? I forget. But I don't want to overcomplicate it. Like, yeah, 333 guys, you better be, you better be 333, because you're starting conversations. And no, it's not join my team, because here's another thing. We never dance for people. When you start dancing and you start pestering and start bothering, that vibration, it gives people the ick. I'm just going to say it like that. We don't give people ick. And yes, I've done it. I've seen it 12 years ago. I've done it before. You win some, you lose some. You see that kid, he's talking high ticket sales and insurance. And when he cold calls, and when he gets a hang up, you know what? He breaks the pattern and he puts on some music and he starts running around. So when you get that rejection, sit with it for a second and then move on. Okay, because it's off to the next one, guys. There's a billion people out there. It's like every time we limit ourselves, like, oh, it's so oversaturated. If I would have thought that way when it was me and my sister in the same family, in the same town, in the 3 minutes away from each other, we wouldn't have both been network marketing top leaders. Okay, I was like, oh, hell no, I ain't getting left behind. Because if it works, it works. And we're seeing it, you guys. The evidence is here. I saw a top leader from our prior company come here today to pharmacy. So as people are freaking out, just know that we're still attracting top leaders. Guess what? That is all I need to see to carry on, to be like $5. $5 will change your life. Let them hear you, guide them, you guys. Here's the other thing I've realized in network marketing. It's like, leadership specifically. Not everyone's a leader, but everybody needs a leader. Okay. So say we've got the leadership here. I did have a little something I'm going to bring up because it made a very valid point. I don't tend to want to write down the things, but there was one thing I do want to mention. And if you guys have any questions while I'm pulling this up, just let me know down below because I know I do rapid fire sometimes. Oh, this is so number one was lead with value, not the pitch. I think that we've kind of gone over that. Bring them on the journey. No problem, Jen. So it's not the pitch. It's like, I don't care if you join. Honestly, like really, I want you to think like that. Like we do care, but we don't care. Because if they say no, there's somebody else. Okay. And if you're doing your 3-3-3, then you've got 3 months of people to follow up on. Like that's the thing. That's why I say give it the 12 months. You can't be here for 2 weeks and be like, man, it's not working out. 3-3-3 is not getting me too far. Nobody's joined. It's like, girl, it's been 3 weeks. No, you got to get through the 12 months so that you can follow up with who you talk to in month number 3. Because it takes them 3 months of watching you before they're even ready to give you their pocketbook money. Think about that, you guys. Like, we are asking people to invest in us. So how dare us think that we don't have to have a conversation? We don't need to provide value. We don't need to teach them or provide them with some kind of VIP treatment. Like, I'm gonna send you a hot list. Okay, if I really want that sale, I'm gonna send you a hot list. Guess what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go upstairs, I'm gonna get that product and I'm gonna swatch it. And then guess what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna voice message you. Because every single time you do the most, you are doing more. Just understand that. Like I learned that GoPro. People are looking for an elevated experience at everything. Oh, a shout out? Oh, I'm gonna make that look better. Okay, content queen over here for a reason, you guys. Everything that you do, put your finesse on. Those details matter. That's where the magic is. That's where people, they want to go so fast, they want to get it done, and they miss the beauty of the journey. And the journey is you evolving and bringing people on that journey. Oh my gosh, guys, I challenged myself to $500 in sales and I did it. Next month, I'm going to do 600. Guys, I missed out. I missed out on Mexico. Tell them you're human. People connect through your weaknesses and not through your strengths. Okay, honey, they don't care they don't care about you hitting this, that, the other. Listen, you do need to brag on yourself as well. I will say that we are coming outside of a time where people had to stay quiet. That's not where we are, you guys, in this 2026. Now it's time to take everything that you've learned over your 5 years, 6 years, maybe it's only been a year, but from here on, stepping into your power is what we're doing as a community. So you have a very unique opportunity. And that's also the message when you're showing up that you want to tell your audience. Okay. So you're consistently talking about the message. And the message is, you guys, you've got leadership here. We've got the 50% commission. You can, I just listened to Bridget a little bit earlier, and we've been toying around with this multiple offers in different ways, right? Verbiage, you guys, you're the way you speak is a tool as well. And it doesn't need to be the same thing every day. Maybe today you say, hey, are you interested in affiliate marketing type of thing? You can join $5 and you unlock everything, share it, boom. You don't need to build a team, because what's cool here, you guys, is you can get to director without a team. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Director is 10K. That's 5K at 50% commission back in somebody's pocket. So you got to like know who you're talking to. Know the when you're talking to a higher to an influencer, let's just say, and I'm bringing this up because I actually saw Alex. I don't know if you guys saw his video, and he was like, how to talk to an influencer as a network marketer. Okay, he had a YouTube video. I didn't go watch it, but it did lead me to think that there's probably a secondary approach in how we converse with somebody that is interested in more affiliate, right? They're utilizing their influence. Network marketing is we are building, okay, community and team effort. Still, obviously, influence. You have influence on your team. You have influence on your network, but they are two different types of people. Okay, same goal is we're selling on social media, social selling, and we're making secondary income, side hustle, or generational wealth, or whatever. Like those, the person that's interested in any kind of social selling, whether it's affiliate, whether it's preferred customer, whether it's I want to be a network marketer, they all have got this one commonality. They're willing to do something different. And if you can help guide them with your vision that comes out of your mouth, because you got to be the one. Listen, Amber goes live in that group on Thursdays. I go live, but you guys, guess what? You got to recreate those lives on your main wall. Okay. Remember, duplication, affiliate marketing, there's not a duplication. Network marketing is so that you can learn skill set and then you can teach. It's a lot of people, a lot of people doing a little bit. So don't get overwhelmed with that concept either. And I say that so that you have the confidence when you're bringing up the opportunity, like a business. Okay. So first we said, you want the discount? You want to shop from yourself for free? I did a post like that this evening. You can go check it out, recreate it, take it, put it in a ChatGPT, say, make this sound like me. Okay. That's what I would always recommend when you see somebody doing something. Take it, put it back in ChatGPT and have it switch it up for you. Therefore, it protects, the integrity of the message. But the message is the same. We've got a solution. Okay. That's how you stand out. That's how we don't look robotic. Okay. Because in the world full of AI, the one thing that we have going for us is authenticity. Don't let them tell you any different. Okay. Because there's nobody like you. Nobody is like you. Not any AI can sound like you, be like you, look like you, talk like you, have a soul like you. So that is in your back pocket at all times, guys, when you show your bare face, okay, without that AI or those filters and all the crazy stuff. I put a filter on when I'm doing my workout. It's like, okay. But when you're showcasing makeup or when you want to appear to your audience like a real person, take off the filter, okay, periodically so they can see. And let me check the questions here. Oh, that I didn't even get to the tip that I that I pulled up. So it was about sponsoring and then plugging them in. Hold on, sorry. Because I think this might make it a little bit easier. Okay. Sponsor, then support. I feel like we're in a really good space for this, you guys. Like, just go full on sponsoring without like needing to figure out, do I know everything? Because everything is already there. It's already been created. Amber has an entire website with the links, with the things and the groups, and it's global. And we have the calls every single night. Like, lead with that also when you're sponsoring. Like, people need to know, what do they get with that $5? Like, seriously, it's like, sometimes we think everyone knows how network marketing works. No, they don't. No, the heck they don't. And especially if they've had an experience with a different team that like is the kind of team that's like, you can't be here unless you know what I'm saying. You've heard the teams. We're not like that, obviously, you guys, because we're real people. Like over here, it's like, listen, there's beauty in this gift. Either you want it or you don't want it. And that's the leadership here. And that's also how you guys need to be when you are offering this opportunity to people, because we do not dance for people. We don't beg for people, because that just brings down the value of what we're providing. So, there's certain questions that you can say, like, hey, listen, there's all kinds of hacks on how to converse about this, you guys, to get very technical, maybe for another call. But, when you are presenting, because that's what we're going to call it, because we're GoPro here, we're presenting an opportunity, not just like, hey, can you join my team? No, can I invite you to a presentation on Thursday? We have a presentation every single week in our free boot camp. The boot camp camp is going to provide value, tips, tricks. Like you have to tell them what they're getting. Okay. That's our job. We are now, guess what? We signed up for $5, $20, whatever you invested to become a leader, whether we realize it or not. So now you get to act like one, which is just essentially leading somebody as you lead yourself. So lead them as in plug them in. Okay. So sponsor, then support. Everything is here. Everything is here. Like literally, I could be brand new and be like, hey, do you want to do this with me? Oh my gosh, it's $5. I'm terrified, but seriously, plug in because we have a call tonight. Boom. And I know there are people on this call that's exactly how they started. Like literally, like I'll use Bridget as an example. About a week before convention, she's texting me and messaging me, hey, I signed up. Okay, we get on the call. Boom. Okay. Hey, you should come to convention. Okay. Boom, boom. Rapid fire because success loves speed. And actually, that was one of the things that it said here that there's that you guys listen, 24 to 48 hours when somebody comes in, that connection, that plugging in is monumental in the continuation of sponsoring. Because listen, everybody can sponsor one person, but we want to talk about top sponsoring, right? We want to talk about being on the leaderboards. We want to talk about a 20 and 30. Listen, that requires momentum, that requires effort, and that requires every single day, okay? Hitting that marker. And I say that right now because we've got 2 weeks of $5. That's it. Then it goes back up to $20. And guess what? We're all going to forget about the $5 because even $20 is amazing. It's like Groundhog Day a little bit, you guys. And so even though you feel like, oh my God, I already talked about this, they didn't see you for 5 days. They already forgot about you. So it's Groundhog Day to us. Guess what? And then we're like, I don't want to do this. I already told my story. They already know I work for pharmacy. Okay. You got to go to work 9 to 5 every single day. Do you think like you could just say, I worked at Walmart for 5 years and so I should be able to retire at 65 with pension? No, guys. It's like you got to clock in, get in that car, drive your ass over to Walmart every day and swipe, 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 swipe. Or you're like, I'm gonna do it. Get me out of the matrix. I'm gonna do something like network marketing. And that's where we get to help people. Again, that's what we are, professional hope brokers. We help people. You depressed? I got community. You need money? I got finances. You need makeup? I got you. You need to get in shape? Me too. You say me too because you're about to do what you want your audience to do. You're about to show up and do your makeup every single day and say, you want this bundle? Do it with me. So you lead with the sale, guys. If you're new and you're like, you don't even have, then if you're new to network marketing or you've never, you're going to need sales. Okay. Because your sales become your team. The sale, I think that without sales, and I know people lead with the sale of the opportunity. I couldn't do that. I was brand new to network marketing. I'd never even it just made sense for me. So you can decide because also here's the borrowed belief. You don't need to start with sales. And I did know my sister led with the opportunity, guys. Okay. So you can do it. There's no rules here, but either way you're selling something, So just decide, but regardless of which decision and which way you're going to run your month, because remember, we front load no matter if it's $5 sign up. The beginning of the month is for sponsoring. The mid month is for getting up to your sales. Okay. That non-negotiable 500 minimum, try to get that by the 15th. Third week is going to be about coming back and the team structure. Okay. That fourth week is all hands on deck. Do I need a sponsor? Do I need to close gaps? Who needs help? What do I need to do? That's that fourth week. That's why the fourth week of every single month, we go crazy with it. Okay, here's the secret, guys. If you front load and go a little bit crazier on the first week, I know it's the third. I know you're tired from last month. Okay, you guys did amazing. But let me tell you tomorrow, with the planetary alignment and the way this world is situated, you better put all your intention in the direction that you want your life and your business to look like in the next 12 years. I don't know if it's true, but I'm just saying, when I hear something, I'm going to apply it. So let's get right tonight, you guys. Let's think about it. 333 tomorrow. Guess what? Isn't that funny? There's like all these planets. 333, 3 o'clock, 3:33 in the morning. Something's going down. And here we are doing 333 for the last 12 months. I promise you can't make this stuff up. Tell that story. Tell that story when you go live tomorrow. And you're like, listen, Linda. 500 and 333, you want to be part of this crew. Like, why would they not want to join? Like, seriously, I start asking, why not? What you mean, $5? You get, like, if they have a problem with finding $5, we got a bigger problem. That's the reality of this, you guys. And I'm just telling you because people don't see clearly. They'll go buy the Red Bull over $5 for a business until we start speaking some damn sense into people because they're on the hamster wheel. Trust me, when you're out of the matrix, you will see it, you guys. You will see it. I promise you. And I don't want to refer to 9 to 5 as the matrix, but I just want to let you know that network marketing provides opportunity in a way that I don't know where else you can get this kind of camaraderie, some friendships, partnerships. Like Bridget was saying earlier on the team call, she's like, I can't even have friends outside of network marketing. And I know that sounds crazy. I've got my outside of friends in network marketing, but eventually, guys, and this sometimes happens, you want to be around a type of mindset where it's like, we're problem solvers. We wanna change the world. That's typically the most successful network marketer wants to change the world. And it does start with yourself. But that's the one commonality I see in the most successful people that keep it, that can do it multiple times too. Okay. So just know that as well, that listen, here's the thing. When it's your time, it's your time. Nobody can ever take that from you, but you got to stay ready. You got to get ready. So when you're presenting, $5 right now, but what was it last month? Were you showing up for your dream before it was $5? Think about that, because $5 is going to come back in 3 months, guys. And then it's going to come back in another 3 months. And next week it's going to be $20, and it doesn't matter. I never get so crazy. I'm just like, hey, $5 sign up. Let's go. It wasn't last month. Still sponsored like I think 11 people without $5. So the $5 fun and it's great and we can all talk about it, but let's talk about, hey, listen, $5 is going to give you an opportunity to build a business. You can select these amazing kits within 30 days. That's what I said on my live today. I said, listen, sign up $5. You're going to get the products at 50% discount. Let's work on our life together. Get in the boot camp. Okay. So those people are like, hell yeah, I'm trying to get that cute little bundle for 50% off. The other half is thinking, oh, okay. What'd she say about that 30 days of getting bundles at a discount? The $500 kit, you guys, because you can see them on your back office. The $500 kit is valued at like $1,500. I'm sorry, say what? Like, absolutely. If they have $500 and they're serious, and they're going to be serious because you're going to present it like it's a serious discount, because people have $500. I know the economy is crazy, but trust and believe. If listen, me, if I want something, I'm going to save up for it. And if it's $500, I'm going to take $100 for 5 months and I'm going to get that $500. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Where there's a will, there is a way. So you have to present it that way. When I looked at the back office and I saw the kits, listen, I made the decision on my own. There was nobody telling me. I said, I want that one. I want that one because I've seen it been done before. I didn't say I want the $80 one. Let me see what's going to happen. Okay. No, go big or go home. And that's just personal preference. Again, remember, there are 3 different pathways to success. Amber's got this amazing 90-day run going. There's 3 different tiers of success that you can anchor into, but there's no wrong way. Listen, I was one time, I was pathway number 1 at different times in my 12 years. Okay. Maybe a divorce or maybe postpartum, different times. That's the beauty. But in order to have those, I was talking to Lori the other day and I was thinking, what network marketing does for, like, I will say specifically for women in transition. It allows us an opportunity to heal our nervous systems in a different way. A stressed out woman, man as well, cannot achieve and unlock levels of success that are required. So if you're hustling and door dashing or Instacarting or, working aside this, that, and the other, and the husband's this, I promise you, this might seem overwhelming, but it's less overwhelming than I door dash or I Instacart my groceries, you guys. I don't go to the grocery store. Learned that a long time ago. If you can hire out that time is money. I don't want to be in the grocery store. So I will pay the extra $60 sometimes for the tip because I order from BJ's. I've got a big family. I get a big order every single time, you guys, and I see them. They come and they haul the big, all of that. I appreciate them. Sometimes I give them an atta girl, extra tip or whatever. I appreciate that. But just know, I would rather do this than that. So that's the other thing because, it's so normal to DoorDash and it's so normal to do all these other things that came to pass in COVID, right? During COVID, people were looking, side hustle became amazing, but still network marketing was hidden. And I thought, maybe that's a good thing. I think actually this was Lori saying that she walked into, this is funny. If you guys were on the Fired Up Friday a couple weeks ago when Renee Brown was on there, she said that she used to work at as a banker. And so basically, I didn't know this, you guys, but the bankers, they're trying to sell you something on spot. You walk in, they can see all of your information, by the way, okay? And so they know, like, oh, she could get a personal loan. They know. They're trying to sell you off break when you walk in there. I don't remember where I was going with that story, but I'm just thinking, so Lori was saying that she went to the bank the other day and the woman kind of gave her the eyes. Now Lori knew, she's trying to sell me something. She goes, tell me the truth. What you trying to sell me? Okay. Because again, sales are sales are sales. And once once you have respect. You got respect. I don't ever hang up on a cold caller. I just say, listen, I'm in sales too. And they're like, oh, okay. If I really don't want to, I say, I don't want to hang up on you, my friend. Okay. The guy that came to the door today, knock, knock, knock. I hid. I'm about to get no solicitor. That's okay. But I'm just saying, I'm never rude. I don't slam the doors. You guys, we are in sales. And sometimes, guess what? The people that have the most sales, they're not afraid of rejection. They keep on showing up. They're not afraid to knock on that door. This guy knocked twice. He parked in front of my house in his little tiny Lexus, his little tiny old one, right? And then I saw him put his orange vest on. I don't know what he was selling me, brake speed, something weird like that. Parked right in front of my house. Then he walked down there and I said, now I know. First of all, I was thinking the policia. You never know, mine. You never know. I got the dog. People complain about the dog. I was like, why is this guy coming? Who is this guy? Solicitor. He knocked twice. It's Penelope standing there on the other side of the door. I said, Penelope, from the other room. I said, get over here. You think that guy cares? The dog's barking. I'm like, seriously, I'm getting a sign. Because the dog, he walked down the street, you guys. God bless him. We don't have to go door to door. We can be on our phone. That's the other thing. Okay. Not to say that door to door is not the way to go also. Because remember, Gary Fee said the community. And but again, I like the whole pie. We wouldn't have a global business if we weren't on social media unless you're traveling there. Okay, unless you're traveling to the Middle East. And I don't know who's doing that right now. Okay. Germany is here today. Reach out about that. Be yourself. It's not that serious. It's really not that serious. Like, honestly, the more I realize that, it's like, remember, because again, the mindset, if you believe it's possible, you're 99% there. If you see yourself as a boss in this business, you see yourself and sometimes I was telling somebody, I forget, it might have been Lori. I don't know. I have a lot of conversations, but it was like, I want you to look and say, well, of course. Of course, I'm succeeding. Of course. I want you to think of your business. And when you open up your back office and when you open up your emails, you see progression. When you open up your journals, because we're keeping logs, you're able to say, well, of course. Of course, of course we're going to hit director. Of course I'm going to hit 15% because there's a bonus. And then what did Jose say? Oh, Jose is a G. What did he say? When somebody said, well, what if we've already hit 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20%? What if we already, what Jose said? Well, listen, your team hasn't though. Ain't that the way? Ain't that the way to bring somebody in, get some extra cash? You guys, we got to just switch this. I said, oh, my gosh. Yeah, guys, because this is not unique. Pharmacy is not unique, okay? Over here, we're building real businesses and you get rewarded by real effort. And that's life, you guys. And that's just the cold-hearted truth. But guess what? We are offering some really amazing stuff. And when you do that for $5 and you're excited about it and you believe in it and you've got a badass team like this, none of us are going to lose or get left behind. That's really all I got to say. Thank you, Adriana. I don't know if I missed anything.
We need to call the fire department after that right there. That was good. Where's my fire extinguisher? But we don't want to put that fire out, okay? That was so good, Jen. Thank you so much. Like, if you guys aren't fired up from that, your wood is wet. That's all I gotta say.
No, we don't like wet wood. We don't like wet
No,
wood.
we don't. You guys, we're on to something big. I can feel it. I can feel this month. So I want you to journal tonight. I want you to put your intentions out there. I want you to put your goals out there and keep showing up. We will see you tomorrow. Tiffany is going to be doing our 15% and above call. Be on tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. Jesse will be doing our wake up call. And yeah, you guys have an awesome night. I'm ready to get some rest and get back to it tomorrow. Bye,
Bye.
guys.